You've probably heard the expression, adversity introduces us to ourselves. And maybe you're in a season of adversity. Maybe you clicked on this video because you're in a season of grief or loss or struggle. And I have found that to be so true in my life and in the lives of people that I live with and work with and care for. What does it mean? What does it mean when we say adversity introduces us to ourselves? How does it introduce us to ourselves? Here's what I've learned over the last several months, very specifically. There are several ways adversity introduces us to ourselves. It illuminates our values and our priorities. It helps us to see things about ourselves, our own blind spots that we wouldn't normally see. It helps us see our strengths and our weaknesses, where we need a little more attention or effort, and where we're already strong. Adversity lets us know how resilient we are and can also support us in developing our resilience, like a muscle that we work out and work through in the face of the adversity. For me, the most important question that adversity demands an answer to is, who are you? Who are you right now when things aren't the way you think they should be? Who are you in the middle of getting diagnosed with cancer as a regularly healthy person? Who are you in the middle of a divorce that you say you didn't want or didn't intend? Who are you when you lose someone that you loved? Who are you in the face of death? I feel like the last couple of years for me has been an elongated season of adversity. The lockdown pandemic was really hard for a lot of us. It was really hard for me. I had a difficult time navigating the loss of work and what felt like a loss of purpose, and being at home alone by myself quite often. It was very difficult. And I went from that adversity into the loss of two really close friends through death, and out of that into being diagnosed with breast cancer last August. And it has been some of the most challenging times in my life. And I am not in any way minimizing the suffering and pain, because it's real. And whatever you're going through, it's real. And it's also been a time of deep revelation and resource in ways that I never expected. It's helped me re-articulate and rearrange my relationship to certainty and to control in ways that I think are really healthy and really beautiful and powerful. What about you? When adversity rears its head in your life, as it does in all of our lives, where do you automatically go? Where do you find yourself? Are you busy blaming other people? Are you blaming yourself? Are you blaming the circumstances or God or the company or the institution? What if adversity was an opportunity to press in, to see some things that you normally maybe couldn't see or wouldn't see about how you've educated your conscience, about your character? And if the goal was developing your character, then adversity could be a great gymnasium for you and for me to do that type of work. The last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. Viktor Fankl, he survived one of the concentration camps during the Holocaust. And this was his experience, that people could treat him any way that they chose to, and it still would not have to provoke hatred out of him. He could still choose to love even the guards who were unkind to him, even the guards that were abusive to him, because that freedom, the freedom to choose his attitude, could not be taken from him. And that was how he found and exercised his power. And we all have that power in the middle of our own adversity. And I invite you into that same discipline, because we can't choose all of our circumstances in life. If we could, we probably wouldn't have a lot of adversity, but we can choose who we are in the midst of our circumstances. And that's the beauty of it, to exercise that choice and to answer that question. Take a moment today and write out What are some of the adversities you have faced in the last 6 months, 12 months? And what have you discovered about yourself in the midst of those adversities? Without the judgment, without the shoulds, just notice what you've gotten to see about yourself and who you've decided to be in the midst of it. Oftentimes, adversity shows up like a loss, even if it's just a loss of certainty, a loss of expectation, a loss of how I thought things should be or my life should go. Loss can be a great teacher. And if you're in a season of loss, let me recommend the video on loss as a great teacher to you.